Monica Councilman Kevin McKeown is a good friend of Arlington West. He's one of the reasons Veterans for Peace are permitted every week to set up this monument. An elected official we are proud of. And hero of peace, Kevin McKeown.
So here comes an elected official wearing a flag pin. But what the people listening on KPFK can't see that you here on the beach can is that my pin is a folded flag. It's a folded flag just like the one that came home instead of each of the 4,081 military victims represented by the crosses and the stars and the crescents on this beach here today. Now, what can I say as a local city council member that you haven't heard said so much better by the inspiring speakers we've had here today? I can say welcome to Santa Monica. And I can say welcome to Santa Monica, a city where we understand that war is a local issue. And the pursuit of peace is a local responsibility. Now, that didn't come easy. 5 1/3 years ago, activists in Santa Monica, seeing the impending war, wanted our city council to take a stand against the war. And they tried to come to our city council, but the mayor at that time did not feel that war was a local issue, and he blocked it from the city council agenda. The activists wouldn't give up, and Sandy Richards, who at the time was the minister of the church in Ocean Park, came to me and said, "Kevin, would you put it on as a council member item?" And I was proud to do that. Now, because it was a council member item, it was the very last thing on a night's agenda. I didn't know how it was going to go. I knew I had 2 votes out of 7. It takes 4 votes to pass something, and I knew the mayor was against it. We came back from our closed session meeting with the attorneys and walked into our city council chambers at the beginning of that meeting, and the room was packed. Every seat was taken. And people in our city council chamber were softly singing, "Give Peace a Chance." That was such a moving moment. As long as I live, I'll never forget that. That crowd stayed through the entire meeting. And at the end of the evening, when the item finally came up, we heard from soldiers, we heard from mothers, we heard from high school students. Now, I knew I couldn't convince my colleagues that war was a local issue, but the people of Santa Monica did. And by the end of the evening, the vote was 5-2 to oppose the war that had not yet begun. So you're here on Santa Monica Beach in part because Santa Monica gets it. And we have moved forward through time, and when the Veterans for Peace came, at the time they wanted to put up, I think it was about 700 crosses on this beach. I wish it was still 700. We welcome the Veterans for Peace. We are proud to have Veterans for Peace on this beach. And I am thrilled that people who come down to the Santa Monica Pier week after week are reminded of what's going on with this war, because it is a local issue. Last year, we put together our city budget, and I'm still looking to prove how much war is a local issue. So I asked our finance department as part of the budget to figure out just what this war had cost us over the 4 years. And they came back with the answer that for the city of Santa Monica alone, in the first 4 years of this war alone, it had cost us $147 million. Now, even the most craven capitalist gets that. War is a local issue. Now, what can we do about it? Well, you'll notice I'm wearing my folded flag pin on a City of Santa Monica Environmental Programs vest. And I work very hard on environmental issues, as do many people in Santa Monica, and I think it's important. The Emerald City blogger for the LA Times, Seal, recently said that there's so much going on in Santa Monica with the environment, it's almost too much. What power is that? Well, partly it's because we love our city and we love our planet, but it's also the realization that the way to end war is to live peace. And one reason why we're at war is our unhealthy dependence on foreign oil. If we change the way we live, we can change the excuse for war. We can stop war. Now, the current administration is gone, folks. 8 more months, with or without impeachment. I'm for impeachment. But either way, they're gone. But we'll have a new president. But if you want to have hope, you can't live like a dope. You have to change the way you look at energy consumption. We have to look at the way we see ourselves as Americans. We have to be the people we want to be. And if we live peace, we can have peace. Here in Santa Monica and throughout the world. Thank you.